What is up? It is Wednesday, another episode of Dynasty Pylon here on January 18th. We are talking about divisional rounds, talking about rookies, talking about basically anything that's related to football.
Yeah.
But first, you just told me something that I guess a lot of us probably don't even know because I didn't even know about this. What was Peyton Hillis?
Yeah, so Peyton Hillis, this was about, I think, I want to say last week, same time as DeMar Hamlin. He was in the Gulf of Mexico with his two kids and another adult. I don't know if it was his uncle or whatever it was. They fell off the boat, and he had jumped in to try to save them.
Mm-hmm.
He kept everyone afloat, but whatever. But he had significant lung damage. He's been on a respirator since I guess yesterday he got taken off the respirator, which is a week ahead of schedule. But really, they didn't think he was going to make it.
That's crazy. No, I didn't even know about this until you told me actually before stream. I was like, holy shit, no.
A week later, prayers are still requested for Hillis, the former University of Arkansas and NFL running back. Hillis has spent several days in the hospital intensive care unit after inhaling seawater while rescuing a family member and his two children in the Gulf of Mexico near the Pensacola, Florida. Hillis suffered damage to his lungs, his kidneys, but progress has apparently been made, according to his girlfriend, who's posted it on social media. He's no longer on the ventilator, and this is a week ahead of schedule. He has a long way to recover.
I mean, that's good, but damn, I did not hear about this at all.
It's one of those things that, when a big story happens, sometimes these small stories kind of
at the same time.
Go under the radar, and they need that attention too, and they need those prayers too, because, I mean, you see your children out there, you're going to do whatever it takes to try to
absolutely
save them, no matter what. You're in the ocean, in the Gulf of Mexico, doesn't matter. You're going to try to go do it. In the pool, you're going to try to go save them. And big ups to him. Apparently no one died. He kept everyone alive. So this is an amazing story, and just want to make sure everyone hears about it. That's all.
Yeah, I know you were telling you wanted to mention something about it because I was like, oh no, I didn't even hear about that. So, no man, thanks for bringing that up because now I'm probably gonna read up on it tonight. But I mean, from what you're telling me, everything's looking good. So
looks like a happy story, a happy ending to the story. But as I say, he still has a long way to go. You inhale that much seawater, that's just
yeah, that's not good at all.
Yeah, lungs, kidney. Look, he didn't drown, so
yeah. Peyton Hillis didn't even have that big of a long career either, from what I know of. There was like a couple seasons, like a handful of seasons, then he was done, right?
Say 5 seasons, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. I think he played mainly because he was on the Browns.
Yeah,
but then he played with like the Giants and the Chiefs for a little bit.
So it's the Browns from 08 to 11. Oh, Broncos in 08. Browns are 10 and 11. The Chiefs in 12. Buccaneers are 13, and the Giants are 14.
Okay.
Yeah. So 6 years.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Well, good for him. Glad he's doing better.
That's heroes aren't always in capes. I see all my stuff back here. A lot of heroes are when you put yourself out there for other people. That's what you really want to see.
Yeah, your display just keeps getting better and better. I swear. Every single time. There's always like something altered or new addition to your lights or something.
I do have a lot of stuff. It's terrible.
That's that's a lot. I got my small collection, and you've been telling me
like
I should show
over here. Yeah, you should. I'm telling you, I have stuff all over here. I have stuff over here. It's just I have like the Iron Man suit. Like I could build the entire Iron Man suit. It's
wow. That's crazy.
I'm a heavy duty nerd, guys. Like literally, it's the Iron Man suit. I could build.
I know. I don't even understand. Like Brian has his show with Tank. Tank prefers talking about nerd stuff than he does football, and that's the only time he shows up now. He never shows up for anything else. He just shows up when it comes to talking about when Zach is coming on. He comes. But yeah, when it comes to football,
he's on time. He's there. Yep.
Yeah, he's there for like you guys are.
I have one true love. I have one true love. That's football. But don't get me wrong, I'm a huge nerd. But
5 hours, man. 5 hours.
yeah.
Like, I'll sit there join in. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. So I'll pop out and I'll go make some dinner, come back. You guys are still on.
We literally have like lunch brought to us or dinner brought to us. Like, all right, we'll eat this in
No,
between looking at this next one.
That's too much, man. That's too much. That's too much. Anyways, all right. So, we I don't know. What do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about the playoff games, or you want to talk about these rookies first? Or I know
We gotta
we're
talk about the rookies
specifically
first.
okay.
The rookies because you get lost in the playoff games because this is some heavy duty crap, and it just goes from one thing to another to another. Like it's gonna be amazing. This is gonna be one of the best weekends of the year for football.
Yeah, for sure. What I love football, but when you talk all college and high schoolers, I get into crazy stats. I'm lost. Nobody's talking about high schoolers. So
actually, I was gonna mention Cade Stover in high school. He was like the number one tight end in all the country, so which was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ohio State tight end. So,
well, I mean, I'm not look. We talk about other stuff, but I just feel like he is more tuned into the nerd stuff than he is anything else. But anyways,
all we gotta say is the seat is always open, Tank. That's all we're saying. It's always open.
Yeah.
Challenge.
It's different people like different stuff. It's fine. What are we doing here? What what background are we doing here?
Oh man.
We left it on the lines on last time, so let's go to I don't know. Screw it. We don't show this one. We don't show this one often.
Thank you. Thank you, Lovey Smith. Thank you.
We don't show the Texans background often, so let's just do it here today. I'm there every Sunday.
No, yeah. I was doing it. Yeah. Mostly.
Are you though? Are you though? I mean, it's saying I'm gonna be there in 5 minutes and showing up 40 minutes late is one thing. But are you though? All right. I can't make my what?
Take my hockey
team. The Rangers? I'm gonna guess the Rangers, man. I'm gonna guess the Rangers. Or the Islanders. Islanders.
Ooh, well, I hope it's not the Islanders.
I think well, the way he says I can't take it is probably Islanders. I think it's the Islanders. If I can remember. Oh my gosh, here we go. I'm not arguing with this man. I'm not arguing with. Yep, I thought it was arguing. All right. All right. So let's get into our first tight end. We'll talk about Sam Laporta out of Iowa.
He's interesting. He's very interesting.
He is 6'4", about 250.
About 250. Yeah.
So I'm excited for him. Like he's not like obviously I'm showcasing him today because I mean I kind of want to see what he can produce. He's supposed to be roughly around the 92nd pick to Cincinnati.
I can see a day tour. He's a day tour. Definitely.
So yeah, but total of 153 receptions broke 1,700 yards out of his 4 years. That is really basically was a junior and senior product, really, not really so much as freshman, sophomore year.
It makes sense going to Iowa. Iowa, they want you to be able to block. If you can't block, then you're not going to play for them. That's just what it is.
But he is a competitive blocker, though. We'll watch some of this. We'll watch some of this. They blow leads 24. Yeah, yeah. Well, happens. Trust me, I've watched that and witnessed that my whole life here in Arizona with the Coyotes. So,
Blackhawks, guys, come on. You see the Blackhawks this season? Let's not even get there. Let's not even go there. We're tanking. There's no question we're tanking.
So, I think he's a good athlete. He's very dynamic. He can get stuff done. So we'll see how.
I like him in space. So what you see when you really watch, especially these last 2 seasons, they give him a lot of screen passes.
Mm-hmm.
Like 20% of his catches are screen passes.
Mm-hmm.
Give him in space. He doesn't run like these routes, but you give him the ball in space, he's dynamic.
Right.
All of a sudden, he's out there. He's making people miss. He's running people over. He's interesting. If you can teach him how to run the ball, how to run some routes, yeah, he might be really good.
Yeah. So, a lot of these rookies, they just need some time to develop, really. So, but overall, he's not bad. I mean, he's definitely a good. He's what I expect out of most tight ends, anyways.
But coming out of Iowa too, they had one of the worst offenses ever. For a team to be that good,
he's actually like the number 2 target, which is crazy.
Yeah, no, really. Yeah,
so really. If your tight end's your number 2 target, let's take that into perspective when it comes to the pros.
Oh, I remember this play.
Like Baltimore Ravens. If your second best target or your number 1 target is your tight end, your receiving core might have a little bit of issues. Let's lower that down a little bit.
But you see him, how good he is in space. Once he has the ball in his hands, he gets some yak. He really does.
Yeah.
Like, he's not running these amazing routes, but like, you're not taking him down. He's going
like a cheaper version of freaking Trey McBride.
I was thinking he's like an old school guy. I can think of maybe like Jason Witten or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like one of those old school guys, but you give them the ball, they're not going down. You're not going to just take one hit. He can catch the ball. He drops the ball in stupid situations. Like, it's 3rd and 8, and you run a 7-yard hitch or a 7-yard out route, and you're supposed to catch the ball and lean for the extra yard. He'll drop the ball.
No, but I like what he always tries to gain yards.
Oh yeah,
he's not just catches and drops. So he fights for yards. I like that.
He's a playmaker. That's why look at the screens. These tight end screens are his bread and butter. I'm telling you. But out route,
yeah,
you have to be able to catching out routes are hard. But how many screens are all these plays are screens? Give him the ball in space and look at him run, gallop.
He's fast, but he's not like speedy fast.
No. He's a guy that it's gonna be hard for you to stop him.
He's a well-rounded tight end. I would not mind having this guy. There's no argument. This guy can block. This guy can basically get it done. So
you think about him, he's your second tight end usually.
Yeah, roughly. I would say that. Hey, what's up? How are you doing, Shane? It's been a while. We're just doing we're doing our rookies right now. We just got them doing Sam Laporta. Again, not entirely the worst, and we didn't think he was going to be too bad anyways. He is our 5th ranked kind of like coming tight end. Again, he's supposed to go to Cincinnati according to what some of these mock drafts are going. 92nd.
He reminds me of an New England type of tight end. That second tight end for New England. He's going to run out routes. He's going to run crossers. He's going to run flat routes. He's going to run seam routes. He's going to run a lot of. He can do those tight end screens. That's what he's going to be. He's going to get you, 7 to 15 yards. He doesn't have breakaway speed. He's not anything unbelievably special as an athlete. He's a professional tight end.
He's a reliable athletic tight end. He also played basketball and track in high school. So on top of the football bit. So
most tight ends. That's what we do.
So, but I don't think he's going to be horrible. I think wherever he lands, I'm pretty sure he's going to be, that Tommy Tremble type. Reliable. Might take 3 years for him to develop and then finally kind of have a breakout. Most tight ends typically take that long anyways. So
unless you're a star, even when you are a star, a lot of times it takes that long.
So it
would be interesting if he goes to like tight end U, which is Philadelphia. They always have all the great tight ends play for Philadelphia at one time or another.
Right. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think I've seen his name on the Reese's Bowl. The Reese's damn.
The Senior Bowl.
Yeah, there you go.
You know how happy I am that our offensive coordinator Getsy is coaching for the Senior Bowl. I was like, yes. Get firsthand knowledge of these guys. This is where you're really going to start to see the separation between all of them. This is what you really want.
Let's see. I still haven't gotten any updates on it. So on the actual
roster.
Yeah. So, but it should be developing here pretty soon. I'm probably after Super Bowl time. It's probably we'll get more names out of there. So,
find out who's healthy. That's the big thing.
But guys, if you guys haven't seen the Senior Bowl, man, I'm telling you, look. Let me see what day that is. Senior Bowl, February 4th.
Yeah, it's
coming up soon.
Yeah.
Saturday, my time 12:30, your time 2:30.
So it's gonna be 1:30, I think. Isn't it?
So Central Time 1:30, East 2:30. Look, that game is the best. I keep talking about it every year. It's one of the best games you'll ever watch.
Well, if you're in a dynasty league, you need to watch the Senior Bowl. You need to know who these guys are coming out of college. You want to see them with other athletes like them, so you know when they get to league, like, oh, that guy has some separation.
Right.
This guy can make plays. This guy is good at blocking. You can see his feet moving. That way, you can identify guys that you might want to draft.
Right. So
I don't know how else you would do it if you don't do that. You get lucky.
That's how I did with Trey McBride. Last 3 seasons, I've been struggling with tight end, and I used a 3rd round pick on Trey McBride, and I'm like, I know it's kind of high, maybe I'll have it, but finally, after Zach Ertz went down, I felt really good about my 3rd round draft pick, Trey McBride, and I think I have something here for the next couple seasons. So I'm excited. 2-1 now. I can't take that. Look, hey, sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet and just
It could be worse, man. It could be the Blackhawks. It could be 8-2. That's how these games usually go.
All right, so next tight end is Dalton Kincaid, right?
Yep, Dalton Kincaid. Yep.
So 6'4", 240.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting a little bit more speed out of this guy. So let's see. Let me see if I could get his video up while we watch and go over his stats real quick. But
when you guys watch Kincaid, he reminds you of these special tight ends we got in the league right now. You're gonna look at it. It's gonna remind you of Kelsey. It's gonna remind you of Kittle. It's gonna remind you of these type of guys. He is different. He's working his blocking, but he's a wide receiver in the tight end's body.
Yeah.
Look, he turned his back on the ball. That's the hardest thing for a tight end to do. He was running away, turned his back on the ball, and he was able to identify where the ball is and catch it at his highest point. What the? Come on, man, that's special.
Yeah,
that's special right there.
So, broke 1,400 yards barely, and got 16 touchdowns from his last 2 years. Didn't really do much the year before that, so it must have gotten like redshirted or something like that.
Yeah.
So, but this guy's
catches.
This guy's a good pass catcher. Good pass catcher. Impressive. He has ability to do, what most pass catchers can do. So,
get up. He's out.
Yeah, I like him over Sam Laporta.
Oh yeah, definitely. I like Dalton Kincaid. He's number 3 on my list, but he has probably the highest upside. Okay. There's some other good tight ends out there, like Musgrave, and what's his name, Mayer from Notre Dame. But Mayer is Cole Kmet again. He's the same guy.
Michael Mayer. I don't know. I like Washington's good too, though.
Washington is good. Yeah, I have him 4th.
What about and you said Musgrave? You have under Kincaid, right?
I actually have Musgrave ahead of him, but I think that his height, his ceiling is better than all these guys. Okay. Dalton Kincaid, if he learns how to block, could be really special. Okay. He is a wide receiver. He has that type of hands. He has that type of catch radius.
What I like is he has body control.
Mm-hmm.
The body control when he's up, no matter like where the ball's being thrown to. How the hell you leave that big man over?
It's funny because he's 6'4", 240, but most of them are concerned that he's not big enough because he's so long. His frame is so long. He's not bulky tight end, a bulky 240. Mm-hmm. He probably can stand to do 10 pounds, but he might be someone that might go away for a little bit, out of your viewpoint for a little while. and then 2 years comes out of nowhere. Like, where did this guy come from? He was always there. He just had to learn how to be an NFL player.
So what's crazy is he started at University of San Diego. He spent 18
really?
and 19, yeah. And then he went to Utah. So that's probably why we don't see much status. I'm looking at some of this. So
look at his ball skill. Look at him.
Yeah. So
and he has a lot of effort. He has a motor. Look at him, man. You can throw the ball low. He catches the ball. I like this guy. I like this kid.
I like this guy. I think he's going to be really effective right away. He might be pro ready right away. In a certain situation, wherever they put him. Yeah.
No, I agree. But he can't block. That's the problem. And you're going to have to be able to block enough.
But just like they say, if he ends up with the Lions, I think he'll fit in real nicely with the Lions.
As a second tight end?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess he could be a first tight end, actually.
I think he could fit in right away.
You know, because
he's got body control. He's got hands.
You could chip with him. I mean, honestly, I think he's really a second rounder or early second rounder. I could see him being gone at pick 38, 40, that early. You know, his talent is just off the. You know, you see it and it jumps off the screen. It's different than you see from other people.
Right.
Look at it. Yeah, I like this guy. This is an interesting one. This is very good.
Not bad. So
I mean, I've heard Dalton Kincaid because my next door neighbor is a huge Utah fan. He
loves
you. Yeah,
so you hear his name all the time.
So like you said that, I was like, oh yeah, I know this guy. But when they lost to Florida, he was crying. He was like, "There's no way, we're so much better." And then that's when I start seeing them making all these upsets at the end of the year. I was not surprised. I was like, yeah, they have this talent. It's there. You know, that's why they could put up 50 points.
If he puts on like 10 more pounds, I think it would help him.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because he seems like he's not scared to.
No, he has a motor
up with somebody.
He has a motor. I mean, look at him.
He'll catch it and he'll go straight up. Whoever's like right up on him. He'll try and truck the linebacker. I like that though.
I mean, yeah, always worry about him getting hurt, but that's why you want him to get a little bit bigger, a little bulkier.
Yeah.
What? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so. But not bad though. I like what I see.
He's very good. I mean, I like everything I'm looking at this right now.
I'm looking. Don't you need you probably need a tight end on your roster, don't you?
I do. So I mean, no, I don't. No, what are you talking about, guys? Don't.
No,
worry
you
about
don't.
Me.
No, you don't.
Just look at this picture.
You're fine. You're fine. You have the best tight end in the league.
I mean, I could get him, and he will sit on the taxi squad because he won't be able to play.
Yeah. Unless things change. So this weekend, I'm actually going to hear from the other team.
Okay.
But
coming on, Mark.
It looks like I think we might have Mark in today.
There we go.
There he is.
Going, up, fellas.
Man? What's up, man?
I mean, I don't need tight ends either, but I figured I'd come check them out.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it depends on what happens this weekend. If that team decides to no longer want to be an owner, actually, we haven't looked at that roster yet. But
I haven't looked at it in a while.
That roster has no. You have Dallas Goedert in that one too.
Yep. So I mean, he's not going anywhere. The Philadelphia not going anywhere anytime soon.
No. So that was Dallas Kincaid. So not bad. I mean, some of these leagues, when you're in dynasty rosters, sometimes you need tight end. This is time to just stash them, put them in your your taxi.
He looked very much like Kyle Pitts, not like that type of athletic ability. Not necessarily. I'm not saying he's that polished, but he looked like that type of tight end. That's something good to have. You need to have something like that.
Yeah. Like I said, if he ends up with Detroit, like they're saying here, he can be valuable.
Oh, yeah.
I think with the Detroit's, like if they keep the same roster going into next year with the loss of Hawkinson, I think this guy's a pretty decent replacement.
I think that's a great place to put him. I don't want to see him, but I mean that's a good place for him to go.
Right. Well, I mean,
I don't
at some point you gotta deal with whatever happens, man.
Exactly. I just say all right, but I would much rather him go to like I don't know Carolina.
I don't think Carolina is gonna. I think they stick with Tommy Tremble and Thomas as well, right?
Thomas is there, yep.
Yeah, so I don't think so. But other than that, though, he's a good pass catcher.
Hey, go to New Orleans so you can go get rid of your guy.
I don't know. Look, New Orleans have bigger issues than that. Like they might even have a running back issue with the whole Kamara situation being suspended like that. We haven't even talked about that. But if Kamara gets suspended, would you think at least 6 games, right?
Yeah, I think he's a 4 to 6 gamer.
That's it has to be. Like you literally punched a dude. Like
as long as he didn't get charged with anything, so I mean, I still say 4 games at least.
I don't know.
But then again, if you're New Orleans, you draft another running back. You know that.
Yeah, because who they have? Jones? Tommy Jones or something?
That's it.
That's it, right? They brought back Ingram, which
Ingram's done. He is done.
Yeah. All right. So Mark Ingram, David Johnson. That's who they brought, and he's old as hell too. He only played like a handful of games, and he didn't do anything.
Special teams guy.
Yeah.
That's what he is. So I mean, that's why you go ahead and say they're getting a running back.
They're getting themselves a running back for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
There's gonna be plenty in the free agency market.
I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of them resign. A lot of them are going to resign. Like
I agree.
I don't think Josh Jacobs resigns.
That might be the
he's done.
Somebody's going to offer way more money than him. So guys, if you guys are also watching, look, we're also doing our Dynasty Pylon DraftKings fantasy football. This week is $5. I couldn't do 4. It didn't let me. It didn't give me the option, so I did 4. So I wonder if it'll let me do it through Twitch as well.
That'd be cool.
I'll do it here. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll work. We'll see. But if you guys are watching on Twitch, you guys doing that?
Yeah, I got second.
I know. I went off, man.
I was so excited because Dalton Schultz was like going off, and then I look at it and I'm like, freaking Martin got freaking Dalton Schultz too.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy. And my other 3 guys couldn't do anything.
It happens, man. It happens.
You just try to guess what the good game is, and you roll.
No running at all in that game.
No.
Oh, Tony Pollard, another free agent.
Yeah, but
I think they signed him. They're in a weird situation.
Well, they have to get rid of Zeke if they resign him.
Zeke's contract was not something they should have done. And we were all like, kind of like, I don't know about that contract.
I think
he's getting old.
If they get to the NFC Championship game, then they're going to run it back. Jerry Jones is going to put up the money to do whatever they got to do to run it back.
To keep Zeke there?
Zeke and Tony Pollard, both.
I say they just draft a guy.
But what they do,
around.
Yeah, but he loves Tony, loves Zeke. So it's like we saw Gridiron Heights. He loves him. Like, Tony Pollard does all the work, between the 20s, and then all of a sudden Zeke just comes trying out.
Yeah,
time for my touchdown, guys.
It's true though, man.
No, it's true.
It's true, man.
But I think
going on. Braden, I was like, I don't think there's a better 1-2 like combo in the NFL than those two. Like they were both getting like between 15 and 30 points a game. I felt like for a while there.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean the Packers have 2 good ones, and I think the Lions probably have my favorite.
Yeah, I was going to mention the Lions were probably my 2 favorite.
No, and I get that, but if you look at like fantasy wise, I was saying like no one was putting up points like those two. like consistently all year.
The problem is Swift is always hurt. That's the problem. Every year, this is why everyone's drafting him early. I just say, I can't. I can't. I understand why he's unbelievable, but he's always hurt all the time.
But when he's healthy,
he's great.
You throw him in. It's like you kind of, if you know you're going to get Swift, you kind of have to get another running back right away.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make up for those weeks that he is going to get
4 or 5 weeks that he's going to be hurt.
Yeah.
You playing it in. He's only playing 12 games, guys. That's just what it is.
It is what it is. But I
think David Montgomery resigns. I think
they roll with Herbert, man.
He might be the number one, but they're going to offer David Montgomery $7 million.
They'll offer him something, but is Montgomery going to take it?
I think he is, because I don't think he gets $7 million from anyone else. It's a lot of money. And he hasn't made over $2 million his entire career yet.
I think the Cardinals are probably in the market for one. But I know they have a lot of issues.
The problem is also that you stick with the guy you know. Sometimes you just stick with the guy you know.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens. I know that a lot of it's just situations where they can't budget for certain guys. They just have to cut certain guys, and then rumors start that they want to be traded. And I don't know. I kind of feel like Jacobs is not going to be a Raider anymore, because last year we had the issue of him. Yeah. My biggest one is like Joe Mixon. He's on his contract year as well, but he's also going to turn 27. So
you offer him a 3-year contract. 3-year.
Do you? Some of these running backs at that time, it's like, I don't know if they're even reliable after that.
Yeah, but you draft someone. I mean, $15 million is not going to kill you. Your problem is that you got to pay him and try to hold on to T. Higgins.
$15 million is a lot.
I think T. Higgins is going to have to be traded. Oh, man, the Saints don't have $5.
The Saints would love $15 million, man.
They don't have $5 to do that. But I don't know what the Bengals are going to do in the offseason. They're going to have to do something with T. Higgins.
Oh, absolutely.
You can't pay him.
They might lose him.
Yeah, you just can't pay him. And someone offers you a first-round pick for him, you got to take it.
Yeah.
You have to.
And he's reliable for that.
Come on, Bears. Come on. Let's go. Please.
Keep preaching, my friend.
That's the one I want. Why are we getting all these old guys? I want DeAndre. No, I'm good.
The biggest surprise was the Claypool one. I don't know why you guys did that one.
I understood because they wanted the big body receiver. I understood.
But you barely even used them. He barely did anything.
But we couldn't throw the ball. Like, literally, he took 3 steps back, and it was like, watch out. Especially when Tevin Jenkins went out, it was all over. That means it's coming up right up in your face.
We'll see what happens this week. We'll see what happens. Not this offseason.
This will be really interesting. I think Claypool is going to end up being number 2. I just don't know. I mean, do they trade with the Colts and get Michael Pittman? Then you have 3 number 2 wide receivers. Because the Colts saying they're talking about they'll give up a first rounder this year, a second rounder this year, a first round next year, Michael Pittman and DeForest Buckner. Just for the number 1 pick. I think that's nuts. But that's what the rumor is right now.
That's a lot.
I just saw a mock draft where you traded back twice.
Yeah. When we trade with the Texans and then trade with the Colts again.
Yep.
That's a lot.
Traded with the Texans and then moved to the second, and then you traded to like the 4th or 5th for the Colts. Yeah. I was like, man, I wonder how much stuff they're getting in return if they do that, because
it would be a haul. It would be unbelievable.
The Bears are going to end up being a whole another situation, another team next year.
Yeah, no.
Oh, and they had you picking the edge rusher from Alabama after that too.
He still might be there,
and he's the consensus like number 1 pick in the whole draft.
Like Will Anderson might still be there at 4, which is crazy.
Yeah.
That's only if Arizona messes up and doesn't draft him.
See, that's the thing. Arizona might end up getting Jalen Carter, right?
Jalen Carter.
Or him.
Because
they're going to be going.
Jalen Carter is the steadier player. That 3 technique that you really need to replace everybody. He holds the defense together. Will Anderson is that thing you don't get. That professional pass rusher that's going to get you 12 to 14 sacks in the season.
Mm-hmm.
Both are important. What's more important? You're losing J.J. Watt. So you might need the middle of your defense. So That's the question. I don't know.
We'll see. But still, a lot of time. Things are going to change from here. Like running back wise, depending on where Bijan Robinson ends up going, might change up the running back situation. Like we were talking about earlier, I was going to bring him up earlier about your Bears and all that, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But I do want to talk about is the Jaguars, Chiefs, and the Giants and the Eagles, because that's a Saturday game, right?
Saturday game, yep.
So
Jaguars,
is it easy to say that the Chiefs are going to win?
Or
is it the fact that the Jaguars have been playing a little bit kind of on a good level that do you think they might pull it off?
No. I think they lose by 14. But still, losing by 14 in this situation is not bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good first step. I think T-Law throws 3 touchdowns, maybe one interception. Still has a good game. Just he's going against Mahomes.
Right.
And I think this is Mahomes' year. I think this is what it comes down to. You know,
okay.
Josh Allen should be the guy who takes the step this year. I just think they have such a hard road. That's we're having to go with the Bengals and then have to get the Chiefs again and then have to get to it's just after what happened to Mar, it's a lot to ask for one team to do.
Right. So I'm rooting for the Bills. I've been saying the Bills since the offseason. I hope it happens. A lot of people are saying that they're probably going to lose to the Bengals. It's going to be a tough road for them.
I think they destroy the Bengals. I personally think they destroy them, especially with the right guard out for the Bengals? Right up the middle?
I mean,
that's a problem.
That's Matt Milano's field day right there.
Joe Burrow can handle all the ends flying by on the side. But when it's in your face, that's a problem.
Right. I don't know if they start crossing. I think if they start doing some ET, some quick crosses, that's gonna mess them up. That's gonna mess up the crosses. If you send in the DN first and then have the defensive tackle sweep around, that's gonna open up one side or the other. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Like so what people like when I'm talking about a cross, like you got your 4, right? I don't know, Mark, if you know what we're talking about when the crossing on the lineman.
So you have your 4 down linemen, and what you do is
sometimes you could send your DN first to take out, push either on the guard down onto the center, and then the tackle reads that, and usually they go with it because they see that he's going inside, where the defensive tackle stays for like a second. Once basically that defensive end will take all 3 of those guys with them, which leaves a speedy linebacker or a defensive tackle going right around the tackle. And I think if they do that, I think it's the hardest
thing. It's the hardest thing to block and to be able to pass off in the NFL.
Yeah,
and if you have to tackle the end twist and you have to end the end tackle twist, like either one of those are so hard to defend, especially with if the tackle takes out your guard and your tackle, and the end comes around and goes right up and hits them. I mean, either way, it's so nasty. It's a terrible twist. It's hard to pass off. It's almost impossible to block. And then usually left with your running back trying to block someone who's 280 pounds.
Yeah,
and it doesn't go well.
This is why it's crazy. If you've ever watched a Browns D line, just watch the Browns D line. And sometimes Myles Garrett doesn't do anything, but I bet you anything you're gonna go back and you're gonna see these plays. You're like, he opens it
4
up
guys
for his team. Yes, he's so big. Like his giant ass just takes out 3 of those linemen, and one of the linebackers or somebody go around him. It's crazy. I'm like, the numbers. It's like he didn't do anything, but then you look at it like. He was a big part of this line.
He did,
and this is why the defensive tackles got like themselves 2-3 sacks, and Myles Garrett got like 1. It is incredible, and just man, it's crazy. I think he's I've been watching a lot of it lately, and I honestly think he's the best defensive end. And we've been saying this.
I said that for years. Myles Garrett's the best defensive end.
I'm watching this lately. Like I've been watching this in slow-mo lately, and I'm like, this guy is the best defensive end in the freaking league. It is a crazy.
Because you can't stop him. You can't block him with one person. So you have to already scheme to have two people block him. And then if he takes those two people out and he does a twist, that's three people going with Myles Garrett. That's half your line is gone.
In some fantasy mysterical world, I would love if somehow, some way, if you got Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett on the same side.
The NFL wouldn't allow it.
It would be so stupid.
Would veto the trade. It would be so stupid.
I'm like this. It would be so stupid. But yeah, no, I'm watching this. But like, I think honestly, if that's what the Buffalo Bills would have to do. Once the guard is gone, once your interior linemen are done, it's kind of easy to throw some trick plays. You could put even 5 in the box and maybe just have 2 linebackers back there as zone. Mm-hmm. So
I mean, they're in a good advantage anyway because they have 3 number 1 receivers really. Because Tyler Boyd doesn't get as much credit as he really deserves. Mm-hmm. He is a number 1 receiver on half the teams in the league. You put him on that team, and he's going to be the number 1 guy. That's what they have. They have all this young talent, which I know they're not going to be able to keep. But while they got it, you got flaunted. So you have to go ahead and play zone. You can't. You play them man to man. You're asking to get killed.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be easy for the Bills. It's not going to be a joyride either. But I think they can pull it off. But then the Bengals can also pull it off as well. Like I've seen them do some crazy. Joe Burrow is just really good.
Do you think that they woke up from last week because they really should have lost that game? The Ravens were going to lose. It was going to win this game.
Tyler Huntley just came out of nowhere. Hey, I'm good to go. And he looked over next to him and said, "Hey, Dobbins, you ready to go too? Screw it, let's do this."
If Huntley decided just to run straight ahead instead of trying to throw the ball over, and he was 3 yards away, there's no way you were going to get in there from 3 yards away. What are you talking? I made it. No, there's no way you made it, man. What are you talking about? If he just would have ran in and ran under, he would have made that touchdown. They're up, and they win that game. The Ravens win that game. It literally all turned on that one play.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Bills didn't look very good either. So
that's true.
Again, that's Josh had 3 or 4 turnovers too.
That's what he needs to hold on to ball. Yeah.
Isn't that his biggest problem? And that's why he's the number 2 quarterback in the NFL. Yeah. That's the reason right there. If he doesn't turn over the ball, he's a number 1 because his threat of the run is everything.
If he takes that under control,
but he just as good as Mahomes. But Mahomes, as crazy he is, doesn't turn the ball over half as much as Josh Allen does. It's just crazy.
Josh Allen's such a risk taker, and I love it, and that's why I think this is why I like watching him. But at the same time, it's just like I've been saying this. He's such a roller coaster of emotions, and I've been watching this for years. Like he does some amazing things, but he does some risky things, which cost him turnovers.
Yeah.
So
here's the question: how much does losing Brian Dable really affect them? I think we won't know that until they're playing the Chiefs in the championship game. That's where you're really going to find out how much Dable really meant to them. Because Dable, with him, I feel like you had 2 offensive masterminds going against each other. That's why we had that classic game last year. Because Andy Reid is a mastermind. And Brian Dable is showing that if you give him a running quarterback who has a decent arm, he can make them into a superstar.
Mm-hmm. Daniel Jones said after that game, Daniel Jones looked more like Josh Allen. Josh Allen did.
Yeah, Daniel Jones played so amazing, man. I was like, "Who is this man?"
Daniel Jones literally made made $15 million every throw. It was like 15 more, 15 more. It was amazing.
And the worst thing about the Giants is you have to worry about Saquon.
Yeah,
and if you let that slip, Jones is going to run on you. And he has the ugliest run I've ever seen. He looks like the damn Tin Man from Wizard of Oz. Just
at any point in time, he's gonna fall down at any point in time, but he still stays up.
he's like the Tin Man. And it's I'm like, how are they allowing this? And it's amazing. I don't know how, but it happens. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to see this.
The NFC is worst case scenario for me. It's the worst.
Oh yeah, no, I mean,
Of the 4 teams, 3 of them are from our division. First time ever, by the way.
And your coach didn't even know you guys got eliminated for the playoffs. It started Wentz. It was like, really? You looked at Heineke, and you looked at Wentz's stats, and with the season on the line, you're like, let me go with Wentz. What? Just he's like, well, next week we'll go with Heineke. Why?
Yeah,
you're going to be eliminated.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, though, I have better hopes for them. I hope that they lean on Sam Howell a little bit more.
Well, he's reported the number 1 quarterback going into the offseason. So
I've always thought he was great. He was my favorite quarterback coming into that rookie class. In unfortunate, he got hurt or whatever, and Washington get to utilize him as well. But he's a really good QB. I liked him. This is why
Heineke, man. I've always liked Heineke. I feel like
that's what's good about Howell is he's Heineke, but he actually has an arm.
Yeah.
Well, the question is, does the team get behind him like they get behind Heineke? That's the thing.
You got to give him time.
Loves him.
You got to give him time. Though. I think this offseason they rally around Sam a little bit, maybe.
I feel like Sam Howell is bigger. He's faster. He has a stronger arm. The question is
that much bigger, to be honest.
he looks like he's 240. Sam Howell looks huge.
Maybe. I don't know. I know he's like barely taller, but he might be built a little bigger, yeah.
Because I looked at him, I was like, man, who is this dude? Like Sam Howell.
So apparently they were going with Heineke as the starter, and then Heineke went into Ron's office and said, no, put Howell in. So I think with that recommendation, I think people are going to rally. Because if the Heineke's going to rally around this guy, I think the rest of the team will.
Well, Heineke, they're going to follow wherever Heineke says. He's 230.
230?
Sam Howell,
he's only 6'1". No, I'm looking at.
So there's 10 pounds of difference. So Sam Howell is 6'1", 220. Heineke is 6'1", 210. There's only a 10-pound difference, but they're the same size, like height.
So they are the same height.
He's much bigger.
Look, no, he's definitely.
Look at his arms.
His arms. Well, that's why I said Taylor Heineke, but he has an arm.
You know what's funny? When you stand him next to freaking Carson Wentz, they look like short little dudes.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz is 6'5", 240. Like you should you're so big, like you should be a moose.
But he was. It's just it's the attitude that lost Carson Wentz. I'm telling you, it's the attitude. Carson Wentz, you remember what he did in Philadelphia? He was amazing. He was the MVP for the first 12 games of that season. He was it. And then he started smumbling them stuff. He was like, I am.
He threw 9 interceptions in how many games? What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. He threw 9 interceptions.
His best Dak Prescott, huh?
That's crazy. Oh, yeah. Well, not as bad as Dak. Dak definitely took the throne on that one this year.
15 and 12 games. He was like, hold my beer, I got this.
Hey, but if he plays the way he played this last weekend,
they might be the team to beat.
Eagles might have a good run for their money. That's the game I want to see.
Well, they got to get through the 49ers first, though.
I don't know if they're going to get through the 49ers.
I don't think they are either.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I think it'd be a classic game. It could be a classic game, though. 49ers against Cowboys.
Giants take out the Eagles. Like what?
With no weapons. If Brian Dable is that genius that he can scheme the Philadelphia Eagles, who's been like the number 1 defense all year, he can scheme them another win. Hey,
Jalen Hurts is coming back.
No, I mean he was back last time. He
but I mean he's gonna for sure.
He said he's not on the injury report at all, so he's throwing without any pain. He's there. I don't see the Giants be able to shut down that team. I think Miles Sanders has a great game this week.
I think so too.
I think he has an unbelievable 3 touchdown type of game. AJ Brown probably gets a touchdown.
I need Miles Sanders to do good this game. Just I think for other purposes that I have in mind.
Yep. Which I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hey. I don't know, man. We'll see.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but yeah.
we won't talk about that. But yeah, if anybody who's interested in doing a little bit of fantasy football, we're doing it on DraftKings, so get in there.
Well, just know that Martin already drafted Miles Sanders.
It's all right. You get Miles Sanders.
I don't know. Did I? I don't think so.
Talking about needing him to do good.
Well, but for other reasons. It's not different. It's different.
We'll tell you afterwards.
Oh, okay.
No, not even. No, I'm not telling Mark. I'm not telling Mark. But no, I'm excited for these games. I'm really curious. You know, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of hoping the Jaguars just beat the Chiefs out of some miracle.
I don't see it. I
don't see it happening either. But if it happens, like, that'd be kind of crazy. For the Jaguars. Good for Jaguars. Like, that's good.
I don't think they have the team to do it. I just don't feel like they have the team to be able to pull that off. Not right now.
Offensively, because the defense is pretty good.
It's solid, but it's not going to stop Mahomes. Like, the only person that stops Mahomes is Mahomes. Mahomes comes out in the second half and says, I'm going to do everything, and then he does nothing.
Pass catchers decide not to catch again. You know what? Go run 500 yards. We're not going to catch anything.
Even then, I feel like he can still deal with it.
Yeah,
I mean, he got all the way to the Super Bowl with me and Mark as his lineman. Like,
that is true.
That's literally what it was.
So I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a good weekend. Good, definitely. The Saturday games, I'm like about. Maybe like I'm excited for the Giants, Philadelphia, but I feel like Kansas City's going to probably win that one. Yeah, Sunday's a little bit more exciting for me.
I think that Jacksonville gave him a decent game at the end of the year.
Yeah, but
Chiefs.
Yeah,
were they really playing everybody?
I think so.
I just felt like they weren't even trying. I think that Jacksonville, you see what they are. You know, they're hot and cold. They're young guys. They can perform, but I don't know, because to beat the Chiefs, you're going to have to play for 4 quarters. They haven't done that yet, and I just don't see it happening. You know, in the divisional round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
They have talent, though, and they're getting better and better, and next year they're going to be a team to be reckoned with.
I agree. Don't they have a pretty solid draft pick, too? No, they don't.
I don't think they have.
No, they don't. They're in the 25th spot right now. Oh, that's interesting. I'm looking at this as JSN might end up there. Interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't believe you dropped that low, really?
I guess so. Bijan's climbing up the boards, man. He's climbing up the boards. I don't know.
Where do they have him? Where do they have Bijan?
Bijan, 23rd. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I don't think any NFL team is going to go after somebody that. I don't know. We'll see.
The problem, he is really good, but he has a lot of miles on him. You know, so I can see someone at the end, you know, looking for a running back. So can you imagine the Bills? Can you imagine the Bengals not paying Joe Mixon? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine?
Look, I think the Saints are going to grab him, though. I think either the Saints are going to grab him or
not. It's too early. Even though he's ranked 16,
the Saints or the Cardinals.
So, what are the Giants doing this offseason? Because they have to re-sign both Barkley and Jones.
I think Jones is not going to cost you $50 million. I think that's the answer. Jones is going to cost you 35. You sign both.
Unless Jones takes him to like the championship or the Super Bowl.
I don't know. You have 3 years of history saying, look, when you negotiate, you got to bring all the bad stuff in along with the good stuff. Yeah. And you got to tell them, like, look, for 3 years, you're a crap. For 3 years, you're a Mitch Trubisky, you know, and now, yes, you're here. But we got to look at this whole package deal.
That's too low, man. I don't know about Mitch.
I think you look at what he's done with D-Ball, though, and he's still there. So I think it stands to reason he's going to continue that.
You definitely keep him, but when you're paying, you're bringing up all the negative stuff when you're dealing with these contract negotiations, and you're going to tell them, hey, this is why we're going to give you $33 million. 4 years, $33 million a year, or 5 years, $33 million a year. That's what a 5-year, $170 million contract.
Mm-hmm.
That's decent.
You don't think they tag him?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if they tag Saquon though.
Pay
Daniel Jones that
money.
money.
Get tagged.
You tag Saquon.
Saquon's only 25.
I know.
That's crazy.
I know.
I feel like
3 years he's been hurt.
Been in the NFL for so long.
But yeah. You know what's crazy is Stetson Bennett's older than like over half the quarterbacks. They're still in the playoffs right now.
He is.
Yeah.
He's older than Daniel Jones.
He is. Daniel Jones has been around forever. He's only
Daniel's 25. I didn't realize Daniel Jones was still 25. I was like, good Lord.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
Stetson Bennett has like a 12-year-old son.
Right.
He's about to start high school football. Like, I just had your dad 6 years ago.
So, yeah. So, I mean, I'm looking at this, and I think that overall we might see Sandy's bracket come into fruition, kind of.
Yeah.
Yep. She did pick the Vikings, however, so that kind of changed it up a little bit. I personally thought the Giants would beat them just because their defense is awful. And, well, we saw what happened. How did your mom take that, by the way? Were you there?
No, we were talking to her. I think she stopped watching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did she blame Kirk Cousins?
She said, "Oh, I didn't expect us to win. We're not a very good team anyway." And I said, "No, defensively you're not good.
I love how
you were really good."
Watching your mom watching her Vikings is just so entertaining. Like, it's just like a roller coaster of events. She'll get mad. She'll walk outside. She'll come back inside. She's such a Vikings fan. It's crazy. It's crazy to see.
Yeah.
I love it.
I got a question for you guys. Will Levis, in my mind, he is top 20 pick. If he gets drafted number 1 overall, do you think he has bust potential?
Well, the mock draft I saw had him going 2.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I understand. I think CJ Stroud's the guy you need to get. I feel like he's Mitch Trubisky. I think
Will Levis would be third off the board.
I think he's gonna be drafted in the top 2 or 3.
Not over Bryce Young and 3. I'll give you 3.
Colts like Will Levis. Will Levis is number 1 on their draft board. So
the mock draft had him going number 2 to the Colts.
I think the Colts need CJ Stroud, not Will Levis.
They're not going to be able to get CJ Stroud because he's going number 1 to Houston.
No,
Bryce Young is probably going
number
Houston.
1 in Houston. Bryce Young is going number 1.
I think CJ Stroud should go to the Colts. He should go to the Colts. It would be smart to get him there.
I agree too.
But if they get Will Levis,
I feel like that's huge bust alert. Like, I'm telling you, that's not a good match.
I hope. Look, if he's a bust, I hope he goes to the Raiders.
That's what they deserve. That's what you deserve.
Like, I love watching the Raiders be so hyped up about the Raiders team every year. I'm like, bro, you guys did a couple of moves, man. Like, they weren't. It's not a lot to be grateful for, but sure.
I just don't believe in their coach. I never believe in Josh McDaniels. I just don't. He tries to bring that New England type of feel to every team he goes to, and he's not Bill Belichick. So it's it's hard to do that. Like, why would
he's an amazing coordinator.
He's one of the best.
Doesn't seem to ever be able to hold a team when he's the head coach.
Yeah,
he's in there in the dirt drawing up plays for the offense and the defense.
Although he did win a playoff game with Tebow as his quarterback, so I'll give him some kind of credit.
Hey, look, you can say whatever you want to say about Tebow, but Tebow's a winner. He might not be a quarterback, but he's a winner. He's a terrible quarterback, though.
I'll let you speak, I guess, for that.
I feel like I'm gonna say Tebow is probably top 3 college quarterbacks of all time.
College. That's about it.
Oh, college.
Okay. College. Sure, yeah. Top 3 college quarterbacks ever.
Okay.
Yeah. I would
now
never
you bring him up,
and
I think about Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson, very interesting. Yes,
I think Anthony Richardson climbs up the board over Will Levis, and I think that if he ends up in the Raiders situation, I think he'll be pretty good there.
That is so interesting. You're saying,
but I think that the Raiders are going to be doing some dumb stuff, and I do believe that the Colts might do some dumb stuff too and get Will Levis when they should be getting C.J. Stroud. But here's what I think. All right, I'm gonna say this now. I think that Houston will pick up freaking Bryce Young. Okay. And then C.J. Stroud should go to the Colts, but I think the Colts are stupid because they don't know what the hell they're doing at quarterback. What's up, then, boys? How are you, man? I think C.J. Stroud should go to the Colts, but the Colts are stupid and they pick up Will Levis. Yep. He ends up being a bust.
Yep.
C.J. Stroud goes to the Raiders, or the Raiders draft Anthony Richardson, and C.J. Stroud might end up in Tampa Bay or something.
Hey, what happens if you're Arizona and you look at your board and the number one guy you have on your board is C.J. Stroud, who is everything that your quarterback isn't? He's the lead. He's a leader. He has a great, he's a big guy. He's sturdy. He has an unbelievable arm. He plays from the pocket. He can see over the lineman. Do you draft him?
I don't know, because I just offered Kyler Murray a redo on his contract for 5 years. Now I gotta pay this man this amount of money for I don't know. I don't know.
I'm saying you and then Kyler Murray is the biggest free agent. He's the biggest guy in the you traded him. You're trading him to somebody.
Yeah, but is anybody gonna want to pay him that?
Vegas?
No.
Kyler Murray in Vegas.
No.
I think they get more value from trading out of that spot for another team who wants CJ Stroud.
I agree.
And they can build around
CJ.
And then they can build around.
I don't know.
Murray.
One of these guys are going to end up in Tampa Bay. I'm telling you. And if it's,
I don't see it. I don't see it. I think that Tampa Bay ends up with someone else, one of these recycled guys.
But I still think they draft one of these guys.
Ooh, that's even better question.
If you're the Lions and Stroud falls to you with the Rams pick, do you take him? Or is both. I agree to both.
No, I think they keep Goff and they have
and you draft CJ Stroud.
Probably take CJ Stroud.
And then the following year,
you still have another first round pick. You still have another first round pick that year.
I think you keep Goff for that year, and then you roll with Goff, and then towards the end of the year, because I think Goff has the ability to get the Lions to playoffs if he plays the way he played like he did here this season. And he did when we were the Rams Super Bowl year.
You Alex Smith Golf. That's what you have to do. You have to if Stroud falls to you at the Lions, you Alex Smith him. Hey, this is your team. We're gonna follow you all the way. And then at the end of the year, we've done well enough. Let's throw the rookie in there. And you see what he does, and he does amazing. And they're like, next year, you're going somewhere else.
Vegas can't literally afford that contract. They don't even have enough money to fire their own coach yet. I don't know. But look, Brian thinks they have money just because they're in Vegas. I don't know. He keeps mentioning Vegas. So, I'm sorry.
If they don't have the money, you could trade with another team.
Look, Kyler Murray isn't going to end up in Vegas. You keep saying, no, he's not. Kyler Murray's going to stay a Cardinal.
You don't think Vegas paid him a lump sum of money for them to come there?
I mean, Seattle's another team. The thing about Kyler Murray is he's so young still, too, right? And we've seen a lot of success with him. But he has a huge negative. We don't know how serious he takes. Yeah, he's small. That's just what it is. So if Sean Payton takes over one of these teams and likes Kyler Murray and say he doesn't take over Arizona, would that be an option? I'm just saying, and if I was Arizona, would I do that and get CJ Stroud and like all these picks to build my team back up. And in 2 years, we're looking at Arizona like they did it again, guys. They did it again.
Big brain moment.
What do you think, Braden? You want C.J. Stroud as your quarterback instead of Kyler Murray?
No, Ohio State quarterbacks haven't been any good.
Oh, he said no because Ohio State quarterbacks aren't any good.
Hey, guys, he lives in Indiana. Find him. Find him.
I disagree, but okay. I don't think about Ohio. I don't think about the Ohio, what he said about Ohio, but I think
Justin Fields is going to make.
Hey, Joe Burrow was at Ohio State.
Murray stays there.
Murray stays. Eat your words.
Stroud to Seattle with the Denver pick.
That is 5, I think. So that would be after Arizona.
If I'm the Bears,
Seattle focuses on that damn defense that they have.
That's a good question though. So if I'm the Bears at 4 and CJ Stroud is still there, do I trade back again? Do I trade back from 1 to 2, 2 to 4, and trade back from 4 to 9?
I think the Bears should pick up Miles Murphy at that point.
So at 4, I think you get Will Anderson. At
4,
the Cardinals are going to slip up on Will Anderson or Jalen Carter.
Then you get Jalen Carter. It doesn't matter. One of them is going to be there. So you either get your 3 technique or you get your rush. Either way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Joe Burrow was at Ohio State too. Yeah, we know. That's what I'm saying.
Look, Braden hates Ohio State quarterbacks, or he's just saying that because Justin Fields is there. I don't know what
that's what he.
Is it because of Fields? Mark, is it because of Fields?
Oh, they want to know if it's because of Fields, but I have a feeling it's more because like Dwayne Haskins and Cardell.
Well, Cardell Jones wasn't going to be good anyway.
Yeah.
What do you say?
What'd you say?
So there hasn't been a good one to come out.
There hasn't been a good one to come out.
I won't let you go ahead and say that. We'll say okay.
That's our guy in the chair, and clearly he's not on his chair.
Outside of Fields, which the jury I still think is a little out.
I mean, Joe Burrow was still there.
Okay, he never started a game for Ohio State.
Did he?
Did Joe Burrow ever start a game for Ohio State?
I believe he did.
I don't know.
Clearly, Braden is not in his chair tonight.
No, he's in the Xbox
Usually
chair.
he's in his chair.
He's playing Xbox. Like, I'm downstairs in the living room because apparently when I was in my room, I was really loud. So,
and your internet sucks in your room too.
That's true. That is true.
It's not choppy. Fields has proved that Ohio State can put out good quarterbacks. He's a baller. I agree, man. I agree.
He can run. He hasn't shown me much throwing the ball, though.
He had okay.
You
need to look at his college tape.
And you have to watch him. Yeah. When he has the time, he throws the ball well.
He has an arm.
He has 2 things he has to do. He needs to learn to anticipate throwing the ball early, but it's hard to do that when you got a receiver who doesn't know how to run a route. So
it's not even the receiver's fault. It's his damn line. No, it's his line.
But it's also the line.
It's his line that don't give him the time to throw. How can you throw if you ain't got if they're running through like a hot knife through butter? Like
what was that?
At the start of the season, what they all declared, like saying Mooney was better than McLaurin though.
Oh yeah.
No one ever said.
Well, that was Tank. That was Tank.
I've never said Mooney was better than McLaurin.
No, that was Tank. Tank said it. The Madden ratings came out, and he was like, "This is what these both did last year. How is McLaurin rated higher?"
First
I was like,
because he's better.
Tank is
okay, buddy.
Tank's a stat guy. Tank is a stats guy.
I know.
He pulls up stats and he compares them stats. I look. We all need, and it's wonderful because we all need a stats guy part of the crew. Okay, me and Ryan.
I believe in my eyes. Well, if I see you,
right? Yeah.
If you're not that guy, you're not that guy. That's just what it is. You know?
Yeah. But we Tank relies on the stats, and this is why sometimes he makes questionable decisions in his fantasy lineups.
He's gonna say. Made it all to the championship game in the Guillotine League, but then he did get waxed by Mark though, so it did happen.
Yeah, I agree. He is like 3 T's better than Mooney. It takes slander today. Look, man. First of all, you came in as the Spoiler Kings. Okay, that was your first mistake, and then you said Madden said that
they were close. Yeah,
I
remember the episode. He did
I
say
don't
that.
listen to EA Sports. Okay, I will never listen to EA Sports because that company sucks. They ruined Titanfall 2 for me, and I will never forgive them for that. And franchise mode needs to be fixed like now, right? Freaking now. And I will never buy another Madden game until they fix that damn mode because I'm tired of it. It's the same thing since the Ray Lewis year. I don't even know what year that was.
That's terrible.
Stupid EA Sports.
Takes a multitask.
I hate EA Sports.
Hey, that's my partner, man. I can't go too far. You know, I can't let you throw him on the bus too much. I save him. Like, no.
What, EA Sports?
No.
Oh, you about Tank?
The Mooney thing?
Yeah. Yeah, producer.
Look, there's no question that McLaurin is a number one and Mooney is a number two, almost three. That's what he is.
I really hope that the Bears figure it out and they get themselves a receiver. If they might not get JSN anymore, but if they get like someone like who's that? Rice, Rashid Rice. He might be okay.
I just don't want. I don't want them to get those small receivers. That's what I'm worried about. What's the guy from North Carolina? Downs. I think it's Josh Downs.
Let me see here. Let me look at.
I like
Josh Downs. Josh Downs.
I like Cedric Tillman. So if I'm looking at the second round, I'm looking at Cedric Tillman. Yeah. 6'3", 215.
Over Jalen Hyatt?
I don't think he's going to be there. So the Bears have the 53rd pick in the second round.
Okay.
So when you start looking at that, you got to look at someone who's going to be rated around 40.
There you go. Tell Braden that. Go on. Tell Braden.
Yeah.
Tank said that Mooney is a 2 at best and McLaurin is a legit 1.
Oh, okay. Tank said that Mooney is a 2 at best and McLaurin is a legit 1.
Oh, that's not what they were saying at the start.
All right. But yeah, no. Look, this weekend's gonna deteriorate some of these draft picks. Like it's like if had the Chargers won a little bit more, wouldn't that have changed the draft? For who would have changed? Or am I? No, I'm thinking of the Rams. My bad.
No, but it would have changed. The Chargers.
Well, yeah, the Chargers for sure. But now they're
changed the Jacksonville, which changed Jacksonville. Even what they want. Jacksonville has so much talent on that damn team. They don't even need.
But they also have a lot of draft picks, don't they?
I feel like they have 8.
Hold on.
I want to say.
They have a first, a second, a third, a fourth, or 2 fourths, 2 sixths, 3 sixths, and a 7th. So they have 9 draft picks.
Yeah. So
that's interesting. I think what they need to address, though, Jacksonville should address the wide receiver, maybe a quicker cover linebacker, and maybe a corner.
I was thinking safety. A strong safety that could play in the box a little bit, that could go against these tight ends.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. I'm not saying that's wrong. But yeah. Hey, Tank, you still here? Can you check if that link is actually working in Twitch? I know we were supposed to do that for anybody who's watching on Twitch. If you guys want to get in on that, $5 minimum and winner take all. I'm still waiting for somebody else besides the main 6 that joins.
Yeah.
If someone comes in and just absolutely demolishes us, I was like, wow.
Hey,
bravo.
What's the guy's name? The one who does all the betting in Vegas. It came from the Get Right guys. What's his name?
Mike?
No, the number one guy. What's his name?
Linkworks. All right, cool. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Nah, he ain't gonna do. He ain't. Nah.
What if he did that? And just blew us away.
Spreads. Like, are you talking about? I know who you're talking about.
Tony, yeah. What's his name?
Yeah. There you go.
He goes in and he like destroys all of us. It takes our little $35.
He does spreads and team based. If I remember correctly, he doesn't really do so much the
he does over unders. He'll do
he does more of that.
Plus
and he's
points.
Actually pretty good at it too. He'll put like a couple grand on some games. It's crazy. But yeah. So
everyone can come in and join except him. That'd be so funny if he does it. He comes and mops the floor with us.
All right, Mark, real quick. Who you taking? Chiefs or Jags?
I'm gonna go Chiefs.
Bills or Bengals?
I'm gonna go Bills.
Dallas or 49ers?
49ers.
And the Giants in Philly?
Eagles.
Okay.
It hurt you so much to say that, didn't it?
It did.
I can see it in your face every time you said it. It was like ask me about the Packers. I'm like, man, fuck them.
Yeah. You know what's funny is everyone from Get Right asked him that. They always like, hey, can we? He doesn't give out too much info though. That's funny. All right. What about you, Brian? Giants or Eagles? The same exact thing?
All the same exact
So Chiefs, Bills, Niners, and Eagles?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I don't think the Bengals is the team I'm worried about. I'm more worried about the Cowboys.
Making it or what?
Beating the 49ers possibly, because they have the talent to do it.
They do, but the thing is, history, they have a reputation of losing in these rounds.
Yep. But that's the one team I'm worried about. I think the Giants will lose 99 times out of 100, you know.
He's been talking about giving out a giveaway in the Get Right. He gives out a seat to the main event. Okay.
The World Series of Poker main event, dude, that's like $25,000.
Okay. That's interesting.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, that guy, look, good for him. I don't think he works. That's all he does.
If the Cowboys 49ers comes down to like an extra point or a field goal, or the Cowboys
they lost. Man, don't even know. That
I heard people are saying it's conspiracy theory that he was trying to shave points.
By one every single time.
Talked about getting a kicker today.
They signed someone to the practice squad.
Yeah. I'm like,
yeah, to sign someone to the practice squad. So just in case.
Yeah. I forgot where I got that notification, but I was like, oh wow, all right. Let's freaking go.
And then Braden and I want to know where Tank got that breaking news of the Chargers coach being fired, because that never happened.
What?
On Sunday, he had said that the Chargers coach got fired.
Staley?
On the Morning Spike.
Staley got fired, right?
No. Staley is still there. They fired the offensive coordinator. Staley never got fired. Yeah. Staley never got fired.
That's Tank. I don't know.
Braden and I were looking everywhere, like for 2 straight days, and I'm like,
it literally says Staley will return.
Yeah,
but they did. The offensive corner did get fired though.
Oh, Tank's over here. Here he is. He said it was on Twitter, ESPN. Well, I guess they jumped the gun too much.
They said that they were going to fire him, and them firing the offensive coordinator Lombardi saved him.
I don't know. Damn, I got.
He said, trolled. "Damn, I got trolled."
Well, it happens. But then boy says Cowboys, Niners is football.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. It's 90s football. It's the way I grew up to football. Cowboys, Niners. That's how I learned about everything about football.
That Cowboys-Bucks game was the only game of the weekend to hit the under. Maybe Maher has money on that. I mean,
there it is.
If they find out, he's going to get suspended for a while.
But it'll be worth it. Probably that one game.
A whole year?
He's a kicker. If he made $20 million, it's worth it.
Okay. Speaking of all this gambling, do you hear about the one guy who put like a $1.4 million bet just so he could win $11,000, and then he didn't even win the bet because it was for the Chargers to win?
Oh,
Like that's how big of favorites the Chargers were. Some dude put 1.4 million, and he would have only won 1.4 million plus $11,000.
Hey, that's probably his hotel. It was probably his hotel bill. He was like, "Man, I got $11,000 hotel bill. I don't want to pay that.
Yeah, I don't want to pay this.
Yeah, now he has to pay that $11,000 and the 1.4 million.
Oh man, that sucks, bro.
But when you have that much money, you figure that out. You're like, okay, that's part of my pool of money that I use.
Yeah, that's the money I use at the poker nights with the boys. that type stuff. I don't know,
right?
Like, all right. Well, guys, any last words before playoff brackets? Anything else before we move on to what we do best on Wednesday nights?
Go 49ers to the Super Bowl because I don't want anybody else from the NFC to get there.
I'm hoping the boys beat them. I really hope that the boys beat them. Like defense, I'm not worried about. It's the offense that needs a trigger and keep the flow. And a lot of it's on Dak's shoulders.
He can't get outplayed by Purdy. He cannot get outplayed by Purdy. That's just
no. And that would be embarrassing. I really hope that the boys actually. That would be kind of cool. Watching the Eagles or the Giants versus the boys.
Like everything in me wants the Cowboys.
Terrible.
I
love Philly. Philly against the Cowboys for the NFC. Yes, I love that.
I like that. That's my favorite division. And I've said this for years. Why is it my favorite? Because y'all suck together or you're all good
great
together.
That's what it is.
Okay, so can we can have Cowboys and the Eagles, but can it be Gardner versus Cooper Rush?
No.
As a matter of fact, let's see what the chat says. Boys or the Niners, or what kind of poll should? Yeah. Boys versus Niners.
I love that game. I don't. What if Brock Purdy turns back into a pumpkin? That's possible.
Very possibility.
I mean, because you got Micah Parsons out there. You saw what he did to Tom Brady. Tom Brady was seeing ghosts.
All right, guys, there you go. Go and vote. We'll see at the end of the episode and see where it lands. Right now, I put the boys versus 49ers. And this does not count. Mark, do not vote. And Brian, do not vote. We'll see. I know you guys are going to cheat. I know Mark does. Just to tilt the favor on it. But we'll see. All right. So let's move on. And we'll check what that is at the end of some Gridiron Heights. But yeah, so let's get that going. This week is interesting.
What's that link for Tank Kramer?
What?
What's that link he sent?
YouTube.com/.
I don't know.
I want to know.
Is he thinking he's on Spoiler Kings or?
No, so shorts. So it has to be something.
Short. All right, let's put it up. Let's put it up. It's a short one, so we'll see what it is.
In Gridiron Heights, sir.
No.
Oh, I've seen this one.
Oh, that's Brock Purdy post game.
Yeah,
it's a big hairy American winning machine.
It's this one. I've seen this one.
Well, Dak, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence, and nobody can hang with my stuff. I'm just a big, hairy American winning machine. If you ain't first, you're last.
I think Tank was the only one who thought that was funny. I didn't like that one. I remember I actually put a poop emoji when I first saw it. I was like, that one was dumb, but there you go, Tank.
It's just Purdy.
Them boys found it funny. There you go. You guys, that's all you get.
Brian clearly found it funny.
I find all of it funny.
I got a slight chuckle.
I want Purdy to be good. I want the 49ers to have the worst decision. I want to see the world burn. That's me. I want everything to go bad. I want them to have no choice but to trade Trey Lance. I want all that to happen, come to fruition. It's going to be awesome.
I think I'm just not a big fan of the voiceovers, and then they sound like, I don't know. Some of them I don't.
I mean, I feel like without even having to do anything else in his NFL career, he's probably the best ever Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, obviously. Hell yeah. The thing is, next year he has to be the starter.
He could retire.
Unless he has a bad game this week.
Yeah, we'll see.
It would be crazy if he goes into next year and still hadn't lost an NFL game.
He wins the Super Bowl. That would be insane.
Right?
Marna's too highbrow for my memes. I laughed at your other two, man. I laughed at your other two. Those were pretty funny. That one was the stupidest one. I laughed at 2 of your 3, all right? Can you not give me that? 2 of your 3 I laughed at. I look, you're not getting all 100%. I'm gonna take a crap on some of your things. Why? Because you didn't give me my therapy episodes that you owe me, and I'm gonna keep.
I know what's coming.
You're giving me 2, man. 2. I don't care. I'm gonna embed it in your skull until that happens. And that's gonna be until like February. You got.
I want to make sure we do this. I'll make
3
sure.
weeks. We have the awards episode. That should be interesting. And then after that, we're gonna do part 1 and part 2 of the therapy episode. So let me see.
Bring all your problems to us.
You have problems too. Mark has. We all have problems, but the thing is, we have to like evaluate it. But the thing is, we have 4 or 5 of them that you better write down because we might overlap the same problem from each other's issues that we want to express. All right, so let's watch it. All right, so this week it's Dak Prescott and Tom Brady battle at the casino.
Oh man, Super Wild Card Tournament.
Yep. Oh, that's weird. There we go. All right. Get that audio up. It looks like you got Dak in that driver's seat. Or Zeke or somebody.
Thanks for the drives.
Yep.
Pollard,
Zeke in the back eating.
Zeke in the back eating still.
Okay, Dak. Head to the casino. You just need to win one. Okay, tell Dak he just needs to win.
That's messed up, bro. That's so messed up. Wow. Oh, then you got freaking Smith back here. That's messed
Stephen A. Smith. That's funny. He's just a puppet. That's all he is.
Oh, that's messed up.
Tell Dak to win.
Interception.
Hey,
so you got Sackrack, Strawberry Bakari, Apparel Blitz, Long Island Ice Kicker, and the casino happy hours from 4 to 7. The Chargers happy hours 27. So yeah, I can't read these bottles. All right, who you got? Kirk Cousins and Jones back there.
Yep. Both 8.
Yeah.
You're surrounded by serious threats.
So, my dude, what are the rules?
Oh, I thought you had done this before.
I call. I ain't called back, though. Wait, I have to play Tom Brady? The Bills have to play against Skylar Thompson.
Go fish.
No. Go Bills.
And I don't even know who's left for Baltimore.
You're Ray Lewis with a fake mustache.
Man, I said I'm No Name Johnson. And I led it at Minnesota Southern.
Okay, Daddy needs to recoup.
Who the hell is that?
And I led it at Minnesota
Well,
Southern.
Sam
Man,
Hubbard?
I said I'm No Name Johnson.
Yep. That's Hubbard.
Oh, that's good.
Wow. Oh my God. You know Kirk back there gonna say something stupid. Yeah.
You see the placeholder for Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, back here. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's
And I led it at Minnesota Southern.
Okay, Daddy needs to recoup massive crypto losses.
Looks like Brady's telling that every time he's inconvenienced, he destroys a tablet.
Stupid thing giving me bad cards.
Destroys a tablet.
Stupid thing giving.
That's his tail.
I don't know Mike Evans down there somewhere.
Giving me bad cards.
Holy crap! There's like a pile of them right here. I didn't see that at first.
Call.
Once again, bested by my enemy, DVOA.
How'd I do? Wait. Is this kid like really good?
Hey, man. I love your hair.
Thanks. There. You're coming with me.
Okay, let's see your cards.
We won.
Please give me some privacy as I publicly mull retirement.
Who the hell took him?
Thanks. There.
Sean Payton. Wow.
That is
Yeah.
Sean Payton.
But that's what we thought Staley was fired.
Yep. All right. Not the greatest one, but I really hope they would have redrafted him or re-swiped the whole thing and add something about the kicking.
Well, I'm sure that's what's going to be after the end.
Yeah, he didn't get to the end yet.
No, yeah, we usually do the Easter eggs,
Oh,
watch the
okay.
whole thing, and then watch the ending straight through. So, all right, let's do this.
Thanks for the drive, Zeke.
Okay, Dak, enter the casino. Just need to win one. Okay, tell Dak he just
Sean
needs to
Payton
win.
tracker.
Okay, tell Gilmore to tell Dak to win.
That thing over there says Sean Payton.
Said what?
The little radar behind.
It says Sean Payton tracker.
Well, you got to go to the where it's just Kellen Moore right there.
Oh,
It says
crap. I missed that.
Sean Payton
Zeke
tracker.
battery life is at half.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The casino. Just need to win one. Okay, tell Dak he just needs to win.
Okay, tell Gilmore to tell Dak to win.
Interception.
Hey, you're surrounded by serious threats.
So, my dude, what are the rules?
Oh, I thought you had done this before.
Chargers
I
with
call.
your property.
Oh,
99.9%.
You're surrounded by serious.
Jameson Williams, Irish Whiskey, Goldschlager, Basil Hayden Hurst, Bacardi Debo, and then Royal Crown their
Royal their ass.
Yeah.
Serious threats.
So, my dude, what are the rules?
Oh, I thought you had done this before.
I call. I ain't called back though. Wait, I have to play Tom Brady? The Bills have to play against Skylar Thompson.
Go fish.
No. Go Bills.
And I don't even know who's left for Baltimore.
You're Ray Lewis with a fake mustache.
Man, I said I'm No Name Johnson, and I led it at Minnesota Southern.
Okay, Daddy needs to recoup massive crypto losses.
Looks like Brady's tells that every time he's inconvenienced, he destroys a tablet.
Stupid thing giving me bad cards.
Call.
Once again, bested by my enemy, DVOA.
How'd I do? Wait. Is this kid like really good?
Hey, man. I love your hair.
Thanks. There. You're coming with me.
Okay, let's see your cards.
We won.
Please give me some privacy as I publicly mull retirement.
Shake and not stir. What the is that? All we have is warm Yingling and water.
I can make you a burger if I can find a grill. Oh, they left. I used to coach the Eagles.
Very cool.
Chargers have happy hour 27-0. That was good.
Yeah. It was all right. Not bad.
I'm glad we didn't get him our something about kicks. Something about especially you're at casino. So you get pulled out for not, for cheating somehow.
Right. I don't know. But I don't know. That was it. That was kind of a chill Wednesday today. Not too bad. We'll see how this Saturday goes. I don't know. I'm excited. So we got our awards coming out this week. So Mark, your parents should be there apparently, I guess.
Yes.
I know your dad's gonna chill with us for a little bit, so that's kind of nice. On that though, I don't have to go to that way to present a trophy, so that's good and bad, I guess, same time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways,
it's good for you, but it's bad at the same time.
I don't know. I kind of wanted to go out that way. I was kind of hoping Brady would have gotten the toilet just so I can go out there, but he won, so
yeah,
there's that part. But anyways,
who got the toilet?
Same person that had it last year.
Yep.
No, she got it.
Yeah,
and she started like 6-0 this past year.
Yeah,
and then she won one game after that. Game after that.
That team is good. I don't understand.
I don't understand either. It's bad management, is what it was.
It's
bad management,
and then finished with 7 wins on the whole year.
That game, that team is very young and very talented, and with the right pieces, she can win multiple championships. Thing is, sometimes the management behind on who you start and who you bench kind of deteriorates and where you going through the league. So that's what happened. She was big time threat. We're like, holy crap, she might win it this year. But hey, it is what it is. But again, guys, if you have any Dynasty questions or whatever, feel free to join us anytime. We'll be back Sunday. We'll talk about more football that day, as hopefully we all get back together like we did Sunday. That was the first time in a while all four of us were on the originators.
Yep.
I'd say when we first started last year and a half.
Year and a half ago, yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of nice, actually. So, again, if you guys have any fantasy football, the link is there for DraftKings. Set your lineup, you get your budget, see how well you do, and you can compete against us. Winner take all, $5. So
I'll do it. I'll probably do it either tomorrow or Friday.
I mean, it's $5. It's worth my time. So now I'll go ahead. I'll win this time.
Yeah,
I let you guys win last week. But I'm going to go back to my winning.
But I could win last week, so I wouldn't have to put any more freaking money in there. But no,
it's funny. I ended up winning two other ones. So I lost last week. I won the first week, the second week, and then I won on an NFL one site. I won like $50, and then I won again on the NBA one yesterday. I won like $40. I was like, I have $100 in this account. What's it? Well, this $10 is working for me.
Yeah. Well, again, we'll be doing that this week. Again, it's open already. Check Discord or in links, or it's a link down in the description below as well, or in the comments anywhere. Threw it up a couple times, so get your stuff in there if you guys want to join. And we'll see you Sunday. And let's go Bills, is what I'm going to say, because I like Josh Allen. And say goodbye, Josh Allen. Good morning, good evening, good night. We'll see you guys around. See you Sunday for sure. And take it easy. Later.
Go Bears!
Later.
Wow. Really? You're going to say that at the end. The Bears suck. You got the first round draft pick. It's nothing proud to be. You got last place.
That's if you're going to lose
and how many wins did Martin and I say you're going to have? I believe we said 3.
Yeah.
How many did you get?
We heard it. We said we're going to make it a self-fulfilling prophecy. We did it on purpose to get the number 1 pick, and then we're going to trade all the way down, and we'll have 5 first-round
coming
picks.
From the guy who thought they were going to have like 10+ wins.
I know, right?
Damn, I'm always 1 year off.
Wow.
1 year off.
All right, guys.
That's all right.
See
you next year.
We're going to cut this bull out, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.
All right.
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave.
You know what? That's right.
Thank
you, Tank. Thank you, Tank.
What did the votes
let's
say?
go back to the numbers. Oh, you guys stunk it up. Only 4 of you out of the 10 or 9, 10 of you that were viewing. I only got 4 votes. 50-50. Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
What's going on here?
I don't know. All right, that's it.
I just looked up and we're still live.
It's
4. I'm over here talking
votes.
to Brady.
We had hold on. We had 5, at least a minimum of 5 viewers. 10 people of you were in here, and I only got 50-50 vote.
Yeah.
Way to go, guys. So we don't know who's gonna win that game. Boys or the Niners. All right. We'll see. Flip a coin, I guess. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Go Niners.
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate.